Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the medal winners ceremony of the ISU World Figure Skating Championship 2021, Stockholm, Sweden. It is at this time that we award the ISU small medals free dance and honor the medal winners in ice dance. ISU Small Medals Award, category ice dance. Third and winner of the ISU Small Bronze Medal in ice dance free dance from USA, Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue. Second and winner of the small silver medal from Canada, Piper Gills and Paul Poirier. First and winner of the ISU small gold medal from the FSR, Victoria Sinitsina and Nikita Katsalapov. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your box. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the prizes of honor are awarded to the 3 overall medalists in the ice dance of the ISU World Figure Skating Championship 2021. The watches are offered by our sponsor, Citizen. In third place from Canada, Piper Gills and Paul Poirier. In second place from the United States of America, Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue. The ISU World Ice Dance Championship 2021 from the FSR, Victoria Sinitsina and Nikita Katsalapov. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone, I would like to remind you all of the procedures for one last time. I would appreciate if everyone has their camera off and the microphone muted. Please raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question, and when I call your name, unmute your microphone and turn on your camera. After your question is answered, please turn your camera off and mute your microphone again. For this press conference, we have Russian translation available. And a welcome to the press conference with the medalists of the ice dance event. With the gold medal, Victoria Sinitsina and Nikita Katsalapov from FSR. With the silver medal, Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue from the United States of America. And with the bronze medal, Piper Giles and Paul Poirier from Canada. Congratulations to all 3 teams. For all of you, this is your best placement in a World Championships. What does it mean moving forward to an Olympic season? And have you put any thought on new ideas and new achievements for the Olympics? Thank you.
Переводить вопрос, да? Это для всех здесь это самое лучшее место, которое вы пока получили на чемпионате мира. Что это для вас значит именно сейчас в сезоне до Олимпийских игр? И есть уже какие-то идеи, планы на Олимпийский сезон?
Я по-русски, Тань, ладно? Да, конечно, эта медаль, безусловно, для нас очень многое значит. Эта медаль очень дорогая. Мы шли к ней через очень много трудностей, особенно в этом году. Не только мы, а вообще, я думаю, все спортсмены, все атлеты. Вот. Помимо этого, эта медаль означает то, что мы можем еще лучше, что мы можем быть лучше, мы можем больше работать. А по поводу планов на Олимпиаду, какие-то задумки, конечно, у нас имеются по программам, по музыке, потому что мы частично уже можем знать, какие будут темы в следующем году, какой танец. Но конкретного плана нету. Скорее всего, мы будем думать над этим прямо сейчас после чемпионата мира во время небольшого отдыха.
Yes, indeed, this medal has a huge significance for us, and it's very dear to us. We've been through a lot of difficulties, and not only we, also all the other skaters as well, I believe. And but it also means to us that we can work more, we can still improve, we can work harder. As for ideas for the Olympic season, we do have some ideas for programs and music, but nothing specific yet. And we kind of know partially what what is going to be, but I think right now after the World Championships, we'll start thinking about it, and after a short break.
Yes, this is another world silver medal for us. And for the last 3 World Championships, we've been on the podium. We know that that takes a lot of work. And so we're proud of ourselves for being able to be consistently at the peak of our performance. And we're trying to stave off that hunger for a few days at least. There's no work to be done until we're back home and training. So as much as, you know, we're very goal-oriented as athletes, I'm sure everyone in the event is, I have no ice to go and practice on. So the only option is to sit back and enjoy our own win, which wasn't what we came here for, but still incredibly dear to us, and we're going to celebrate that together.
Thank you. Piper and Paul?
So this is our first time on the world podium, so a very exciting milestone in our careers, and I think we're so proud of what we've been able to accomplish this season. I think we've been pretty open and unapologetic about wanting to be on the podium at the Olympics next season, and so for us being on the world podium the season before, I think is very encouraging for the two of us, and I think it really lets us know that we're on the right track. I think we've really tried this Olympic quad to be the best team that we can be and not try to mold ourselves after some ideal that is not us, to really embrace who we are as skaters. And I think every year we've done that a little bit more and more. So I think the goal for the Olympic season will just be to be more of ourselves, a better version of ourselves, but really Piper and Paul. And we have 2 programs that are already underway, and we're really excited to share them with you.
Thank you very much. So we have a question from Nick McCarville. Please unmute yourself and turn on your camera. Thank you.
Hi, congratulations to everyone. This question is for Vika. You've had such a tough last few months. I'm curious, from your perspective, how much this means to you to win a world title, having gone through what you have the last few months, and what you think it says about the work that you and Nikita have put in. Thanks.
Да, действительно, было тяжелое время, но это все, правда, позади, и сейчас мы отлично себя чувствуем, и я отлично себя чувствую. Мы отлично поработали, и я настолько соскучилась именно по работе, по льду, по соревнованиям, что я с огромным удовольствием и наслаждением тренировалась и выходила на лед каждый день, смотря в глаза Никите и доверяя и ему, и нашим тренерам. Поэтому я очень счастлива вообще быть здесь и очень счастлива, как закончились эти соревнования. Я очень рада.
Yes, it's true. It was a very difficult time, but it is behind us now, and I'm feeling great. We are feeling great, and we've worked a lot. And I really missed training on the ice. I missed the competition. So every day I went to practice on the ice, and I looked into the eyes of Nikita, and I trust him and I trust the coaches. I'm just very happy to be here and to be at this competition.
Thank you very much. We have a question from J Sports. Please unmute yourself and show yourself in camera. Thank you.
Hi, congratulations to all skaters here. My question is to Piper and Paul and is regarding your free dance. Last year in an interview, you mentioned that the music of Johnny Mitchell is very Canadian and you wanted to skate it in the World Championship, which unfortunately didn't happen. Why did you make the decision that to keep this very Canadian music for this season? And what does it mean for you to deliver the strongest skate in your career so far here?
Well, we kept it because of time, really. We didn't get back on the ice until about June. And then we heard that there was talk that the Grand Prix season was going to start up in the fall. And we really didn't want to get back on the ice and start pushing ourselves with a new program and, in risk of getting hurt, which really isn't fun for anybody. So, and I think we felt like we still had so much more to give with Joni, and not being able to compete it at Worlds, I think we had a piece missing. So for us, I think every day training it again, I think we learned more about ourselves. We learned more about the program and what more we could give. So to be able to come here and deliver a performance that I think is even more elevated than last season, I think we're extremely proud, and we're just very happy that we could do Joni proud, even though it wasn't in Canada. It was still our best performance, and we're very lucky to skate to a beautiful piece like that.
And if I can just add, I think, we were very mindful of the challenge, keeping a program for 2 seasons. It's very easy for the performance of the program to get stale and robotic because you're just kind of going through the motions because you've done it so many times. And so we had to constantly find ways to challenge ourselves. And sometimes we stepped away from the program so that we could look at it with a fresh set of eyes. And so I think we really took the time throughout the season to make sure that every time that we did the program, it was really coming from the heart. And I think that's what's allowed us to continue to enjoy doing this program throughout the season.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, so now we have a question from QQ Dunya. Please unmute yourself and show yourself in camera. Thank you.
Good evening. Congratulations, everybody. I'm from Quick Quotes team. That's the QQ then. I wanted to ask all of you, given that this competition took place in these extraordinary circumstances and it just ended with ice dance, and how the ISU was under a lot of pressure about this event taking place, and the organization committee had to take in consideration a lot of things because of the COVID-19. I wanted to ask you, how did it feel for you? What did you learn from this, from all these changes that had to be implemented, and how will you take this home to your communities and to your federations because of the new world that we now live in? Thank you.
Тань, переведите, пожалуйста.
Да, это о том, что вот здесь была такая необычная ситуация, и как вы смотрите на то, как проводили этот чемпионат, потому что много заранее критиковали, чтобы вообще состоится чемпионат. А как вы воспринимали этот чемпионат и организацию?
Я могу сказать точно, что мы готовились к худшему, но получили совершенно великолепный чемпионат. Здесь все правила были предусмотрены, все ограничения предусмотрены, но тем не менее чувствовалась некоторая свобода. Единственное, конечно, нельзя было выходить на улицу, но я думаю, и мы, и все ребята с этим тоже справились. Было место, где можно было и подышать воздухом, не было проблем ни с питанием. Все делали в назначенное время тесты, то есть все контролировалось на максимум. Единственное, чего не хватает этому чемпионату, конечно, это зрители. В остальном это все на высшем уровне.
We were prepared for the worst, but it turned out to be a great championship, a wonderful championship. All rules were followed, and still we felt some freedom. The only thing was we were not able to go outside, but there was a little area where we could get some fresh air, and there were no problems with the food, and there was a testing regime, so there were no problems. The only thing that was missing were the spectators, but everything else was at the highest level.
I have to, acknowledge, I think, our federation, U.S. Figure Skating, really leads the way for being just an amazing federation that supports their athletes and the health of their athletes. And this season, I feel that they kind of forged the way for what could be an event inside of a bubble and how they could do that safely. I know other federations had events, but they also struggled with a lot of outbreak of the virus. And so leading up into this World Championships, I believe that it was U.S. Figure Skating and the way that they demonstrated how it's possible. That's what really made this championship feasible and make everybody feel safe coming. I know for myself, when I saw the protocol and it mimicked what we went through at U.S. Figure Skating Championships, I was put at ease and I felt safe to come. And beyond that, I think we knew the risks coming in. We knew that adding people from other nations and other cultures would add to that risk, and we did our part. We stayed out of the warm-up area where others had their masks off, or we made sure that we always wore gloves in the dining room, things like that. And we're very happy that it was able to take place, and it's been a successful event. So we're just happy that we were able to all come together.
I think for the two of us, I think what this year of COVID has taught us is how much we love to compete. I think sometimes when you're going through the constant competition cycle, you don't really realize it quite as much. We didn't have the opportunity to compete at all this season, and so to have the possibility to do a World Championships for us was extremely exciting because we so missed that throughout the season, and it made it hard throughout the season to know how to train properly and stay motivated because we didn't have those goalposts that we would normally have throughout the season to motivate us. In Canada, the response to COVID has been fairly strict, and so I think we were both a little bit nervous to leave Canada and be in a place where we didn't know exactly how it was going to be. We've kind of just been living between our homes and the rink for the last year with the same 10 skaters. So for us, I think there was a little bit of apprehension coming in. But I think in the end, we knew that there would sort of be a lot happening with COVID. There would be a lot of testing. There would be a lot of things that were different. And I think the only thing that we could really do is to focus on what is in our control. And so we really tried to stay as safe as possible for ourselves and not allow ourselves to get distracted by everything else that's happening. But I think all in all, it's been a very successful event. We felt very safe and taken care of. And I think we're so glad that this championships was able to happen.
Thank you so much.
So the next question and last question will be from Kumiko Hamada. So please unmute yourself and show yourself in camera. Thank you.
Hello, congratulations, guys. This is a question for all three teams. Now the major event before Olympics is over. So could you share your plan of improvement toward Olympics and what is the goal at the Olympic Games?
Олимпийские игры — это такие соревнования, о которых мечтаешь с самого-самого детства. И, конечно же, ты мечтаешь и тогда, и сейчас стоять на высшей ступеньке пьедестала. Я, конечно, не верю в приметы, но о таких вещах я никогда не говорю заранее. Но, конечно же, мечты равно цели, и они самые высокие. Для этого лишь нужно очень много работать, и чтобы все получилось. Ну и немножечко удачи.
The Olympic Games are a competition that every athlete dreams about from childhood, and back then and still now. Obviously, you hope to be at the top of the podium, and well, I'm not really. I don't talk about that ahead of time, but obviously the goal, the highest. We have the highest goals, and for that we need to work very, very hard.
Yeah, I think Nikita said it very well. Like, we train in the way of quads. We all think in quads. The Olympics is always the goal at the end of the season. So for Maddie and I especially, depending on what the situation is with World Team Trophy, either we breathe a little bit more extra life into these programs, or we go home and we take the necessary time to recover, plan, and then we go full pedal ahead. We're very motivated. We're very hungry. So we have an amazing team around us willing to push us towards whichever goal we set, and we also have the highest goals. So we'll be driving very hard.
I think for Paul and I, what we really need to do when we go home is work on consistency in our levels. We know that we're capable of hitting those levels at home, and you know, sometimes when you get in competitions, when the nerves come up, you kind of get out of your knees a little bit. So making sure that when we go into the Olympic Games, all our levels are in place and they're easy to get, and we know that when we compete, nothing can stop us. But again, I think we really just need to stick to who we are and enjoy the process, because the two of us actually love to train, and it's probably one of our most favorite things is to train hard and work at home. But I think learning to get the levels when it counts is what we really need to do.
Thank you for your great competition and congratulations.
Thank you.
So this concludes our press conference for the ice dance. So please, thank you again, and congratulations to all three medalists.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Spasiba, and see you next year.